again, if he won, I'm okay with it. But you got to give Casey some votes. I mean, I'm sorry, Stevens some votes. How do you not give him any votes? I mean, my God, he had the whole team banked up. They were the 2 seed. They won in the mid-50s. How does he not get votes? He had no Irving for the 20 games or so. No Hayward all year long. Smart hurt. I mean, how does he not get a vote? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, it's the NBA coaches vote that. I mean, geez. You know what it is? The NBA coaches want to throw Casey a bone. That's what it is. Or maybe it's the fact there's a little jealousy with Stevens because he gets a lot of accolades. A lot of the NBA coaches. Did Stevens win it last year? I don't know who won it last year. Maybe a lot of the NBA coaches don't like the idea that he's sort of the fair-haired boy. And again, part of it might be to support Casey, who I think they love. But there should have been somebody on the NBA coaching scenario who voted Stevens the coach. He's the best coach. Somebody should have voted him. D'Antoni won it last year. Somebody should have given him the coach of the year. I mean, that's ridiculous. Give him a vote. I mean, that I don't understand. D'Antoni won it a year ago. Okay, let's get your calls in. 888 Mad Dog 6. That is your two-way sports talk telephone number on this Wednesday afternoon. We got a lot to do today. We'll get to some baseball as the day moves along, and we will get to a couple of other things here too with a little NHL. The Washington series will begin on Friday night. The Nashville series will begin on Saturday night. Whoever survives Winnipeg with the Vegas Golden Knights. The NBA now, again, if Boston wins tonight, they will wait 4 days. The Boston Philly series will start on Sunday. The Boston-Cleveland series, if the Celtics win today or Friday, will start on Sunday. If the Sixers should somehow get to a 7th game, that would be the 7th game Sunday. ABC's got a game Sunday at 3:30. That's how the NBA handles it. ABC's got these slots on Sunday. And unlike TNT and ESPN, which has, sort of rotating interchangeable program, ABC does not. ABC is a network, and if you don't give them a game on Sunday, you have to give them a game Sunday at 3:30. So that is what happened to Utah and Houston, or Utah specifically, after they beat Oklahoma City. ABC had a doubleheader on that 36 hours later, and that's why Utah had to play Houston right after they beat the Thunder. They had to go play Houston in that game 1. Same thing here goes, too. If the Celtics somehow have to play Friday night, and if they beat the Sixers in Philly Friday night, they'd have very little time to prepare for Cleveland, because that would begin Sunday at 3:30. So there will be a game Sunday at 3:30 come hell or high water, as far as the NBA is concerned. And it will be, they could have a power outage in Philly for a game 6, and they have to move the game to Sunday or Saturday, they would still play the game Sunday. ABC must have a game on Sunday at 3:30. They rule the roost. And so the NBA will provide them one. That's why if the Celtics won tonight, we'd have to wait 4 days for another game. And, of course, we have to wait 6 days now for the Houston Golden State situation, because the NBA wants to set it up properly where they have that Memorial Day or weekend taken care of with some game possibilities. And if they started Houston and Golden State when they should start them, say Friday night, in Houston, they'd move that series along too quickly, and then they'd be stuck there for a week before they had a game in the finals. Remember, the finals does not start into May 31st, a Thursday. That is game 1 of the finals, no matter what. That is game 1 of the finals. I don't think they have a move-up date like they used to. I believe that's game 1, no matter what, that Thursday in the finals, and it's going to, either be in Houston or in Golden State. Mostly Golden State, we think, that game 1. So they have to make sure the weekend before is Memorial Day. And so what they want to do is they want to make sure that Memorial Day got littered with games. Now, as it turns out, that weekend is littered with games. Game 7 of the Western Conference Final is on Memorial Day night, is the Monday. That's game 7 of that series. So they'll play game 1 on Monday. They'll play game 2 probably, I don't know what the day schedule is, but the bottom line is game 7 would be Monday of Memorial Day weekend, the Monday night of Golden State and Houston. The other series would end Sunday. Cleveland and Boston. So they need games that they want to put themselves in a game schedule that weekend. Now, ABC is not guaranteed a game that Sunday and Memorial Day weekend because, it's the last possible scenario. There's the finals is a TV event, and that's set up for game one on Thursday on May 31st. So we're going to wait a long time. In other words, remember, you are going to wait. There's going to be a lot of space now. There's going to be a 2-week space in these next rounds. 2 weeks. You're not going to play for 6 days in the West, and then you're going to wait 2 weeks before you get to a championship round here. So they're going to take a long time to play those games. Long time. So they're going to have to live with it, and that's the way they work it with the television. But there's no game in the NBA after tonight, and tonight's not a must-watch. After tonight, there is nothing in the NBA on a Sunday at 3:30. That's a lot of time with no NBA. So we'll see. And I would think right now, I definitely think Golden State. Boston, Cleveland's interesting. I don't know how you pick against LeBron, so I'll take the Cavs. They beat them last year in 5, and LeBron had Irving, and Boston had a banged-up Isaiah Thomas. Boston does not have Isaiah or Irving, and Cleveland still has LeBron. So I guess I would take the Cavaliers. Let me wait and see on that. I'll think about it as we move it along. Sports by time. Who's doing it there, Collie?
Zig.
Zig's got. Oh, Zig. Zig.
Hi,
Zig,
Chris.
Zig. The Bruins are out of there. Zig, your thoughts. Let me hear.
Well, Chris, it's like the old football adage. You don't win games by scoring just field goals. After game 1, it seemed as though that they had real troubles trying to find the back of the net, especially 5-on-5. I mean, their power play was lethal. They even got a couple of shorthanded goals, but in the final analysis, you got to score 5-on-5, and Tampa did much better job than that. Vasilevsky was a little bit better than Rask. That defense, which is very deep, Tampa is a worthy team, so congratulations to them. Some breaks went against Boston, but it was a good learning year, especially for all those kids.
Good season for the Bruins overall.
Oh, Chris, before the season started, people were wondering that last year's run was kind of a fluke when they made the coaching change. A lot of youth this year, but this year 110 points. What was it? 8 guys made their regular season debuts for the team. Awfully young in spots, but still a very, very good season.
All right, very good. Zig's got a sports bike. Good to have him with us. Half past. We'll come right back to you with calls here on Mad Dog Unleashed.